Fan games. They're what makes a community thrive when the actual games they're based on run out of content. But that doesn't mean they can't become standalone titles or something on their own. Especially if they have nothing to lose! Let me give you some lore. The first Smash game I ever played wasn't even an official game. No. It was a Flash game. Super Smash Flash is an Adobe Flash game that used Nintendo characters, Sonic characters, and Blade. Who? I mean, now you see it's a fan game, right? Remember, these games got nothing to lose, so they don't have to worry about getting permission from other companies or restraints for their characters. It also helps to add, these games are free to play. So, with that being said, let's also add Mr. Incredible! My boy looking tidy for his first Smash appearance. Well, now that we know what game we're talking about, let's rank it. It's number 1 for coming out first, but gameplay? Yeah, it's trash. It's straight trash! And yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it was inevitably gonna be here. Playing SSF1 is like using Barbasol's 9-in-1, but you still smell like. There's so many great Flash games out there, but you chose this one. Mad respect. I respect you. I did the same. Still, the gameplay made me think of Smash a little bit differently when I was a kid because you know, how about I just show you? It's like what the? Not only does Sonic have disjoints, but damage in this game racks up fast. Like, bro, did I just go from 0 to 100 real quick? Nah. Algebraically, that don't make any sense. Now we can talk trash on this game all we want, but it's amazing to see games like this get made. To be inspired to make your own version of Smash. That's passion for real. Not only is this game very reminiscent of Melee with its menus and music, but this game would be the stepping stone to its crazy sequel. Y'all might have played it before. But first, Super Smash Land, created by Dan Fornace. A game so unbelievably bad with its controls and character choices? What you need to know is that this game is actually a demake, meaning taking what made the original so good and making it half as good. The game is also in the Game Boy format with its control scheme as well, which really helps with the game's quality. There's no up for jump on the D-pad, no. Instead, A is jump. So all your moves are like a mix of your normal and specials, mapped right to the B button. Up on the ground is up tilt, but in the air, up B, etc. I love that he made the camera still. It adds more to the game's art. But this dude Mega Man is really tough. I mean, it took me 3 times until I had beat him. That's ludicrous. I am a Smash expert. I don't lose to... Wait, Mega Man? That's right, before we had Mega Man in Smash 4, we had him in Smash Land, a whole 2 years beforehand. Also, he was in Smash Flash 1. Mad revelation right there, but that wouldn't be the last time a character in a fan game would be added into the real thing. And, oh, Sakurai stealing. It was a good game to try out for the first time, but the character choices are to be desired. Like, Vaporeon? Really? What would make you put him instead of Mewtwo? Or Machamp? Gengar! Gengar would be tough! But like, be for real, he couldn't have been your first choice, right? Even saying that, he has to be the best character in the game. That warp, man, that warp is broken. Although I can't help but feel like I've seen that move from somewhere. Ah well, no hope in thinking about it. Next! Wait, Dan Fornace. I've seen this pic before. Wait, I've seen this game before. Why is this game popping up right next to his... Super Smash Bros. Crusade. A game where dreams come to life. You want Goku? Sure, here's Vegeta as well. I didn't play Crusade as much when I was a kid. I was more of a Smash Flash guy myself. But when I did, man, was it good. I would try out every character there was. Mario, to Saki, to Goomba. Why they add Goomba? Why not? This could really be a Smash game with how well it plays and how similar it is to the actual Smash. And that's the thing, this game plays so much like Smash 4 and 5 with its red lightning effects and air dodging. It's dang well the same game as those two. Now we could talk about this game forever, but adding wave dashing is just beautiful. Y'all knew how well wave dashing was loved in Melee, and y'all brought it here. I like that right there. I gotta talk about the music too. This sound is not like any sound I done heard before. The title theme, FD, and even hit the targets. Hit the targets? Bro, it sounds so good. And not gonna lie, this probably got the better final smashes in all fan games. I love what y'all did with this game. But please, Project Crusade, add more anime characters, please! SSF1 was a game to be studied. It was the first of its kind. It introduced characters no one would think to put in Smash. It was, even though it was the first, it wasn't going to be the last. Fire, I know, straight heat, all Flago, I know. I forgot to tell you, all the Smash Flash games were made by Greg McLeod, better known as Cleo9. His team at McLeod Gaming Inc. wanted to improve on the mechanics of the first game, even though the first was a big hit with fans. They also wanted to make the game's sprites look cleaner than before, but they finished it, and it launched in 2007, the year after the first one. Boy, I already know how big booty it was. They knew they made a trash game, so they took down the early build not long after. Months later, they put it back on the web, and it was alright. It still needed some updates though. Right around version 0.9, I had seen the game in middle school. When I found the unblocked version,
it was perfect. Perfect. Everything, down to the last minute details.
Hours, days after a math test, after a SOL, that was my go-to. Smash Flash 2 is like a Smash 4 and 5 clone. All the characters you see here, they might as well be viable. I've never felt so happy about playing every character on a roster, except Ultimate. The combos, I'm saying I'm a pro in that department. Strings, chains, finishes, just amazing, man. This game is addicting if you didn't already know, so we should probably stop. No. As soon as I got to high school, they dropped version 1.0, and dude, it was... Yes! As I'm writing this, I'm playing the game as we speak. Right now, bro. That's how accessible it is. And was! My bad, y'all. It's like all Smash games mixed together. The music from the game, though, was just Brawl's OST. But in time, they made their own unique soundtrack. This is Smash 6 right here. Y'all can't tell me you didn't peep the roster, right? Sora is no cap. The same in Smash Flash 2 and Ultimate. Sakurai, stop stealing. I didn't know fan games could be better than the official ones, but in today's world, that's becoming more apparent. Sure, we got the indie games putting in work, and we always need more of those, but it's never... I don't know what I'm about to say, man. I'm yapping.